Good morning, Frat Crew. It's Frat Daddy Barbecue. So, guys, today you can see I'm standing right next to my gator pit. So, you know what that means? We're going to be cooking on this beautiful 24 by 48 offset. So, guys, what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be doing a rub comparison. We're going to be doing 3 different rubs. We're going to try them out. We're going to smoke them up on this thing with some beautiful post oak. So, let me come over here. I'm going to show you how we're going to light this pit up. Okay guys, so here we have a bed of B&B charcoal and some post oak. Now guys, you're probably thinking, how come you don't have any fire cubes or don't you have it pre-lit? Well, I'll tell you what, one of my accessories that I got when I got this pit was the gas assist. So I'm going to show you how we're going to light it up. So guys, I'm sorry if you hear a jet burner in the background. That's my gator pit heating up. So guys, with this 1/4 inch steel, it's going to take about 45 minutes, half hour to 45 minutes. So we're going to go inside and I'm going to show you what we're going to be cooking. Okay guys, as you can see, we are in the Frat Crew test kitchen. What we're going to be doing today is, like I said in the beginning, we're going to be doing 3 different kind of rub reviews. And we're going to be doing them on spare ribs, which we're going to turn into St. Louis style ribs. So what we have here first is we have from Gator Pit, we have the rib rub. Over here from Smokehouse Bayou, we have their Sweet Heat Cajun. Now from over here, from Dead Bird Barbecue, we have Perfect Pork. Now I won this one on my Instagram, so if you guys go follow all these people because they have some really great rubs. Now also, I'm going to be using my brand new cutting board I got from Custom Cutting Boards R Us, which this thing is awesome. We're going to be leaving a link in our description box so you guys can go check it out and actually can go find all this stuff that we're going to be using. So let's get these ribs cut up, let's get them seasoned while that gator pit is coming up to temp. Now I've never personally done this, but I've seen plenty of people do it. Now, from what my understanding is, we're going to go 3 bones in. So there's 1, 2, 3, and your biggest bone. So then what we're going to do is, you're going to be cutting through some cartilage. So make a score mark. Now y'all don't want to throw this meat away. This is actually, we're going to throw this on the pit. And this is going to be a pitmaster snack. So turn this here. Just come up through here. And look how easy that is. You now have St. Louis style ribs, which we're going to trim up and make them a little bit nicer. So come over here and we'll show you what we're going to do. So here we have this loose meat right here. We're going to come up and we're going to square these all off. There we go. Just do that. Come over here. Now, we got some fat right here, which, like all people say, fat is flavor. I'm going to leave these on here so my ribs don't dry out. Then, right here, we're going to come back here and we're just going to kind of trim this up and make it a little bit nicer because this is going to burn off while we're cooking. If you guys are wondering what kind of knife I'm using, I'm actually using a Wusthof boning knife, which this thing is pretty darn sharp. Okay, so the easiest way to take this membrane off of the back of your ribs, just get you a trusty butter knife and you come up under here, under one of the bones on the back side. Now you can use a paper towel if you can't get a good grip, which we'll see if I can do it. But if not, just grab your paper towel. And if you don't get it all in one take, just come back and do it again. But for the most part, you should be able to get it. Right here we have our St. Louis style rib, and I will have to say, from my very first time on trimming them out, I think they look pretty good. Now, I did ask Brother James from Aim and Claim 'em on some tips, and he told me kind of what to do. So James, thank you for the tips on how to do this. So we'll leave a link in our description box for aim 'em and claim 'em, and we may put a picture of him and I at the San Antonio cook-off. So we're gonna get the other two trimmed up, and I'm gonna show you the seasoning process. Guys, what we're gonna do first is here I have some Texas Trinity from B&B charcoal, which is basically just salt, pepper, garlic, which I'm gonna do all three of them as a base. So we're gonna get the back side done first. So we're gonna come here and just put a nice little base of it, and this will kind of help start drawing out some moisture. Now, like James says from Aim 'em and Claim 'em, you want to season up both sides because it just penetrates with flavor. We're not going to be using any binders because we're just going to use the natural liquid or the moisture off of these ribs. Now, we're going to start off with the first one of Gator Pit Rib Rub. So, we're going to do both sides. So we're going to come here. I'm going to put a layer of this. This has got some really good chunks of like onions, a little bit of sweet, little bit of heat, not too much. But like I said, you guys will have a description to everything so you guys can find out where we got all this stuff. Now we're going to flip it over. Now we're going to do the repeat. So here we have our Smokehouse Bayou Sweet Heat. Guys, these guys also make some awesome beef jerky. Now this stuff has got some really great flavor. When he says sweet heat, he means sweet heat. You get the sweetness, and then definitely you get the heat. So that is really, really good. Now this one, we tried it, like I said, we tried it last night. This one's pretty dang good. I mean, it's kind of fitting. Perfect pork. I mean, it is pretty dang good. There we have it. All three ribs are seasoned up. Now we're going to let them sweat in. We're going to continue to let our pit come up to temp before we put these on. So guys, I have not used my big old Gator pit in over a year. Now the reason why is we haven't had any wood. So Melissa's going to insert a picture of the wood that we got from the guy over there in Floresville. Thank you for the wood, and guys, I'm so excited to get back to cooking on my Gator pit. Here we have our ribs about 20 minutes after we got done seasoning them. And as you can tell, guys, that salt and pepper, the garlic mix that we put on started bringing out the moisture, and just look how beautiful these ribs look now. So like I said, our pit is up to about 250, 265. Let's go outside, let's put these bad boys on, because I tell you what, I'm hungry, and I'm sure Melissa's going to be hungry for some ribs. So here we're going to go with the Smokehouse Bayou. Now like they say, kind of bunch them up, because that's how you want them to cook. Now, second one is Dead Bird Barbecue, the perfect pork. And then the last one is from Gator Pit. Let's close it up and let these babies cook. Okay, so we're gonna let these ride for about an hour. We'll come back, we'll check them, and if we have to spritz, I'm just gonna use some apple cider vinegar and some plain Jane water. So what else I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna go season up them rib tips for our pitmaster privilege. Alright guys, so we've been running roughly about a little over an hour. Now it's time to open this up. We're going to give this a spritz. And here I have just some basic apple cider vinegar. So I'm going to pull this out for you guys. Take a look at that. Let me see if y'all can see them or not. Come up for a close-up for you guys. Look at them beautiful ribs. Tell you what, they're looking good. Just going to spray them up so they get some moisture. May have to touch them up a little bit with some of the rub, but other than that, tell you what guys, we're looking pretty dang good. So I'll bring y'all back. Show you my little secret so nobody gets to my pit while we're cooking. This is my barbecue guard dog right here. He will not let anybody but me close to what we're doing. So Louie, great job, Bubba. So we've had these ribs on here for 3 hours. We're gonna pull these off, we're gonna take them inside, and we're gonna wrap them up, and we'll take you inside when we do that process. Okay, so what we have here, we have our Smokehouse Bayou Sweet Heat Rub. And I tell you what guys, there is nothing that beats a true wood fire barbecue because this smells so dang good. As you can tell, this has kind of like a nice dark mahogany color. That's because there's some of the sugars that are in the rub. And I tell you what, you can see it just glistening. It is so dang good. Here we have our Dead Bird Barbecue Perfect Pork. I tell you what, they're all looking about the same to me, and I cannot wait to dig in and try them. Okay, and this one is the rib rub from Gator Pit, and as you can tell, this actually has a darker color, and you can actually see some like more of the peppers and granulated onion. I'm honestly excited to try this one as well. Here we're just gonna take 2 pads of butter, and we're gonna take our, actually, we're gonna put some honey, and we're gonna do this to all of them. Just a little bit of honey, because honey, like they say, honey, it makes money. So then I'm gonna take some of my spritz, just for some moisture in here. Then we're gonna wrap them up. We're gonna get them back on the pit for exactly 1 more hour, and then we'll sauce them. All right, we're gonna get these ribs back on here, and then we will let these ribs that are in the foil cook for 1 hour. All right, let's open these up. I will tell you what, Melissa had made a very great point. Cooking these on this offset, you definitely get a different taste, smell, than as if it was on the pellet cooker.
Oh yeah, that sounds like real wood.
Oh yeah, look at the pullback on these. All right, so here I have just a normal wooden skewer, and I'm just gonna check for tenderness. And I tell you what, these are freaking tender. All right guys, Melissa made a awesome point. Look at the groove that's been cut in to this cutting board. If this wasn't here, all this juice would be on the floor. So guys, if you really want one of these cutting boards, go check out Custom Cutting Boards R Us and get you one of these. Alrighty guys, look at these ribs. Here we have the Smokehouse Bayou Sweet Heat. Over here we have the Dead Bird Barbecue Perfect Pork. And then last but not least, we have the rib rub from Gator Pit itself. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut 1 rib off of each. We're gonna give it the true taste test without any sauce, and then we're gonna sauce the rest of these to give you guys a final presentation look. Look at that smoke ring, guys. Look at that moisture. Oh, look at that moisture.
And this one is the Gator Pit.
Yep, so there's the Gator Pit. Look at that smoke ring. Look at how juicy this is. Oh,
and this is the Dead Bird one.
The Dead Bird. Here we have the Smokehouse Bayou Sweet Heat. And I'll tell you what, I definitely didn't overcook these, because if I did, these would be falling apart. Look at that juice. So here we have some Head Country Apple Habanero. James from Aim 'em and Claim 'em recommends this sauce. So if it's good enough for him, I figured let's give it a try. Put on these ribs, give them a nice little glaze, let this sauce set for 15 minutes. All right, Melissa, tell the people what we are gonna do next.
So we're gonna do a blind taste testing. I wanted to put a blindfold on him, but he said I can trust him. So he's gonna close his eyes really, really tight. Okay, and then I'm gonna hand him a rib out of order, at random, and he's gonna try it and tell us his honest opinion.
And we'll go A through C.
So, here is A.
Okay. All right. Official bite.
And don't open up your eyes any, because then you'll see which one's missing.
Let me go to the other side.
Okay.
Okay.
I moved these if you want to open up your eyes.
Mm.
Okay. Here is B. Sorry for the horrible camera angles. Tripod isn't working good right now.
Alright, that's a double bone.
This is so funny.
Mmm. Okay.
Last one is C. Oh
Okay,
my
that's a
god.
bone. Alright.
Ooh. All right, go ahead and open. So, before I tell you, A, B, or C. And I don't have them in order here, so don't try to guess.
I like B better.
B better? Want to know which one's B?
Yeah, I'm really wanting to know.
Gator Pit.
Wow. It had a really great flavor, kind of like a little sweet and tangy to it. But I mean, they were all delicious. This one just stood out to me a little bit more.
Yeah, I can tell by your face. Which is funny because you're using your Gator Pit and Gator Pit 1. It's not rigged. This is 100% real.
I mean, I tell you what, honestly, Rich suggested that we do the Cajun and the rib rub, but we used all of the Cajun because it's that good. So, I mean, honestly, guys, this is not a biased deal because you guys saw it. It was completely, eyes were closed, but we're going to try the ribs that are glazed, and I tell you what, it could put a different taste to everything. So, we'll wait and see how those turn out. So, let's do a round 2 of tasting with barbecue sauce this time. I'm not going to close my eyes because first round I liked the Gator Pit, but this time it's going to have seasoning or barbecue sauce. So let's give this a try. But first, I want you guys to come up and see this smoke ring. Let me turn it around for you guys. Look at the juice. Oh yeah, that's a juicy rib. Look at that. Bite through. That's what you want to look for. Tell you what, that barbecue sauce gave it a little bit of kick, which that's what I was looking for. So you get a little more sweetness from that. That one's pretty good. We have the Dead Bird Barbecue, the perfect pork. Let's give this one a taste as well. All right. Just like the other one, bite through, not fall off the bone. Okay, so far with the barbecue sauce, this one's my favorite now. Like I said, every profiles change when you add barbecue sauce. Now here we have the Smokehouse Bayou Sweet Heat. Now, let's give this one a try. Alrighty, last one. Okay. Wow. Take it back. That Smokehouse Bayou with this apple habanero is amazing. So, I will have to say, for my first rib video, I think I did a pretty good job. But I want you guys to be the judge of this. So, as always, we appreciate you guys stopping by, supporting our little channel. And if you guys don't mind, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we put out some more videos. So until then, we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.